Right, so when you get around to the very last few, you'll run out of the first pattern up, down, up, down. You just have to think about where the whenua would have gone if it could have been up, down, like this. This is my last situation where I've got up, down, up, down. I'm bringing him over, flicking that one to the front, rolling him around, up, down, up. I haven't got my next down because he's already used. So I just get my next whenua and bring him over as usual, flip him behind the top one, roll the top one down. I can still lock him up and lock him down, but that's all I can do. And the last one, I've only got an up and a down now available to me. So, flick him behind, roll him round, and lock him up. Now, what I can see here is that if I'd had those other whenua available to me, he would have tucked under that next one. So I'm just going to have to do that like this, by just working out where he would have gone, keeping it in the pattern, and bringing him into place. This one here would have gone under him if he could have. Couldn't at the time, so I'm just going to tuck him under. Alright, so they're all coming out evenly along. Now, my very last one, I have very little to do my usual move, but what I do know is that would have come over there and then been flipped behind. This is my roll guy, so I'm going to roll him and tuck him through where he's supposed to go. Just like that. And then I know he was also supposed to go under the next one. So now I'm going to put him there. Just have to do these last few bits manually and work out where they were meant to go. And just do it. Okay. So, here I have all of these guys have done a roll and a tuck, and all of these guys on the inside are just pointing up. So now I'm going to deal with these. These are just going to simply roll over the top of his buddy, like that, roll over the top at 45 degrees, and then I'm going to tuck him in. I'm going to tuck him in one, like that, and then I'll lift this guy up and I'm going to tuck him in the next one too, just to make sure that he's really secure. So tucking these ones that we're rolling over the top through too. So that one's done. These are all going to get trimmed off. I don't like to trim these off too soon because I like to go around and pull them and tighten them and be able to make them even. So I leave them there so I can still do some pulling and tidying. Right, so we've done that one. Now we're coming to this one. He's just going to roll over to the left at 45 degrees and cover his buddy. Then I've got to tuck him under 2. There he goes. He's going under 1. And I have to lift this one up to get to the second one. Like that. So I've done that one and that one. So I'm going to carry on right around the kete and fold all of these ones from behind inside the kete over and tuck them down 2. And then I'll see you back with my top ready to trim. Okay, so these are all tucked in now, all the way around in both directions. So I've got 2 options here. I can either trim them all off really neatly so that it's a really smooth looking edge, or these ones that are coming down, well, they are to my right, I can fold them up again if I want to and tuck them under the next one. And if I keep going along here like this, you'll see the idea. I'll do a couple to show you. If I come back up again with those, I'll just do that one and that one. And I'll do one more. Okay, so if I bring these ones up like that and then trim them off at the point that they enter, be very careful at this point, don't cut anything you don't mean to cut. So if I do that all the way around, you can see that I create the illusion of a nice big wide plait running around the top of my kete, when actually there isn't. It's just a case of doing another fold back up. So you can choose to do that, or you can just, and this is what I'm going to do, go around and cut these all off, give them a little pull, and then they'll slip back under the one they're tucked under, and you won't even see that they're there. With this style of lock off you don't need to worry because these aren't going to pop out. So I can go all the way around and cut those ones off, and then I come back the other way and I carefully give a little pull and a little cut. And there you'll see that I've got a top that you can't even really see where it begins and ends. So you can either go for the faux plait look or for an invisible look with a straight edge top. up to you. Kia ora. So here we have our finished kete. It's got no seams, no joins, and the advantage that this kete has over the tight two-cornered pop-up kete is that you've got this little bit of room here. You've got about 1.5 centimetres of room to actually put stuff in your kete. It's just a bit wider of a pocket. So then you can go and attach handles any way you like. Obviously it's not a very big or strong kete for carrying anything very heavy, so it doesn't need extravagant handles, but you could run some that go right down and underneath if you're really wanting to carry a bit more weight in it. Otherwise you can just run some handles that maybe pop out here and you could shred the fronts. All sorts of things. That's entirely up to you how you want to create your handles, but there is your little kete.